What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing another trading account update where I go through my personal trading results in an effort to try and show some transparency in this industry. And I also think it is really good for my audience that is maybe newer to this stuff to set some realistic expectations about what trading is, and maybe more importantly, what trading is not. I've been doing this for the better half of a decade, like 9 years almost, and I want to show you where I'm at with my journey. And please also understand this is not meant to be something that you should compare to your own results, or because I think everybody is kind of at their own stage in their own trading journey. So my goal with this video is to show you my personal trading performance. Have your own opinions about it, but for me, I'll be going through kind of where I'm at with my trading this year, as well as the all-time trading performance of this account. Now, a little bit about this account. This is a personal funds account. I'm not funded or anything like that. This is a live US regulated brokerage. The brokerage that I use is WeBull, which I will link down below in the description if you'd like to check them out. And again, this is one of my main accounts. Now, this is not my only account. At the end of the day, this is social media, so I don't share absolutely everything about my personal finances or anything like this, but this is my main public account, which I've been growing and sharing the entire way through since 2020 when I started this account. Now, real quick before we get into the video, I also wanted to mention that one of the reasons I do these periodical reviews of my own trading performance is because truthfully, it's good for my business. I run a software company where we build tools for traders. As you can see on the screen right now, the tools have all sorts of different perks and features and things like that. And showing that I actually have skin in the game genuinely is good for my business. So when I show you these videos, I'm not just doing it to brag, but I genuinely have a vested interest in showing you guys real trading performance on a regulated platform, because I also sell something and I have a business attached to this stuff, and I always try and stay real with you guys on that. Let's keep going. Now, if you're newer to my channel, I trade a basket of different things. I trade a mix of options and sector ETFs. I trade indices, commodities, and currencies. So I trade a wide range of different things, and my approach is mostly fundamental in the market, but I use simple technical analysis, specifically price action and market structure, to look for momentum-based or trend-following opportunities. And this year has been a pretty good year for trend following. So let's go ahead and jump into some of the results. So before we get started, I know there's always people who are going to be a little bit concerned as to whether or not this is all being faked or set up to look real. I'm just going to show you that I'm on an interactive platform right now, and I'm just going to log into my platform. I will also show you that this is the same platform that I'm using in my trading view. When you see me trading on TradingView, this is the same brokerage, same account number, all that sort of good stuff. So this is a legitimate, real US regulated brokerage. I do that because, the internet, people can fake stuff, and it is worth just kind of showcasing that it's a real account, doing the whole login process. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into each selectable time frame here on my trading performance. So if I start by going to the 5-day mark, this is the performance over the last 5 days. Here's the 1 month performance of this account. Here's the 3-month performance. Here's the 6-month performance. Here's the year-to-date performance. Here is, and by the way, you can see the percentage that I'm up or down and the amount in dollars as well. Here's the 1-year performance, and here is the all-time performance of this account since I started it in 2020. We were up 189% on this account in the last few years. Now, I want to pause there because a lot of times people will say, well, Nick, that is terrible. Those are awful returns. But during the same period, this is very much beating the S&P 500 during the same horizon. Let me show you. So if we take a look at March of 2020 and we say, well, here, how much is the S&P 500 up during that same time? You'll see that it's up 134%, give or take. This has been a phenomenal time for the S&P 500. So it's been really difficult for many traders and active hedge funds to beat the S&P 500. In fact, very few traders are actually able to do it. And I can tell you from doing it myself, it is not easy. It's very, very hard to make consistent outsized returns in the financial markets. So during this period of time, I'm up 189%. And is it a lot of work to beat the S&P 500 by, that margin? It is. It's a ton of work. I do this stuff day in, day out, but I also really love doing it. So it doesn't really feel like work to me, even though it is a ton of work. So you can see over this time, it's not been all up. I had a tougher period during 2022. I do trade a lot of indices and commodities, and during that time, it was much rougher. We'll get into the breakdown of that in just a second. So I'll show you some of the current positions that I am in on this account. I mostly trade, as I mentioned, I trade a lot of commodities and I trade ETFs specifically. I don't do a lot of individual stock trading. I mostly trade things like gold or bonds through TLT. I trade silver. I trade sectors a lot. So like right now, a really big trade for me has been the run up in the NASDAQ, which I've actually chosen to specifically trade the tech sector. So I am long XLK, which is a technology sector ETF. And then I also have like gold on. So this is a gold trade that's going pretty well for me recently. And I would quantify my stuff as usually my holding time is like around like 7 days or less. But when I have really good winners, I tend to trail stops on them so they can extend for even weeks to months. So my best trades are usually my longest trades and my worst trades are usually my shortest ones because I'm a momentum trader, I'm a trend follower, and that means taking quick stop outs when I'm wrong and trying to hold on to winners as much as I can when I'm right. And if you're familiar with my channel, you might know that my company A1 Trading builds software tools, and this is predominantly what I'm using to help spot opportunities in the market. So when you see this performance, understand that, you know, I'm putting my money where my mouth is when I talk about the tools and services that my software company sells. We actually use them. I use them every day to help spot opportunities in the markets. So my overall strategy is a combination of very simple technical analysis, but really the directional bias, the choosing of what things I'm going to buy or sell in my account is predominantly assisted by the Edge Finder. I'm using this as a tool to spot ideas and opportunities, and then I'm executing with a simple technical analysis approach and trailing stops to try and maximize winners and minimize losers. So now I figured we could go periodically and take a look at my performance each month this year and in past years. We'll just go through all of it. So here's the crazy thing. This year, I have not actually had a down month, and I don't know if this has ever happened. I don't know if I've ever had this long of a winning month streak. Every single month this year, I have been in the green. So we can go backwards. So July has been a really good month. We're up 3.5% on my account. Up 2% just about in June, up 2.5% in May, up 1.9% in April, up 2%, up 1%, up 0.8%. And what's cool here is that even though the stock market has been all over, we saw a big dip in April, I've been able to squeeze out a positive gain every single month with my trading, which has been awesome. And it's not this, I really have not seen in my trading career, as you'll see in a second. I've never seen this long of a winning streak. So let's take a look at 2023. So you can see 2023 was also a phenomenal year for me, but I did have several losing months, and some of them were big losing months where I have like low losing streaks and drawdowns. Am I due for a drawdown? Yes, but I don't know when that's going to be. In fact, when I was making videos in March and April and May, I was saying the same things. I was saying, oh, I'm probably going to have a drawdown here pretty soon. I'll probably give back some gains, but I don't know when that's going to be. I kept trading, I haven't changed anything, and I've proceeded to have, like I said, my longest stretch, my most profitable stretch in my entire trading career this year in 2024, which has been really nice. And if it continues, great. But look at this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months in a row of consistent only green results. And let me also mention, that's not typical. That's very atypical for my trading. I don't have that sort of consistency usually. And it's not that I'm doing anything differently, it's just that my strategies that I'm using in the markets are really doing quite well right now in this account. I should also mention that in other accounts that I trade that I don't share publicly, I've had losing periods and losing streaks during this time. So, you know, you have to always kind of take it with a grain of salt. Trading is just never always that easy. So let's keep going. 2022, speaking of not easy, was a really tough year for me. I took a lot of losing trades and had losing streaks during this year, and learned a lot during that time. I could say that much for sure. So 2022, a lot of stuff just wasn't following through. There was not great momentum in the markets for my trading. I was off on some things fundamentally. It was just a tough year. It was not a good year for me. 2021 was a really good year. Really, really good year for me. 2021, everything was just trending up. We had some crazy months. I mean, 17% in a month. I was just that was crazy. It was wild. If we keep going, 2020 was my best percentage-based year ever. I've never had a year like 2020 on a percentage basis. On a nominal dollar amount basis, my account has grown. I've deposited many times to this account. But please understand, sometimes people will hear that and they'll say, oh, so this is just deposits. The way, if you'd like to pause the video, you can pause the video and see how WeBull calculates P&L. And this does not include deposits. So please understand that deposits just go into your total account value, but the actual returns and percentage that you generate are not taking into account deposits on WeBull's calculation of P&L. So there you go, guys. That's a little bit of an inside look at my personal trading portfolio and my results over this period. If you enjoy these types of videos, please let me know by hitting the thumbs up button down below, subscribing for more content. And I also want to kind of end this video with just a note to people who made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching this far. And I also want to ask you to think about something. If you are somebody who is looking to improve in the trading world and you're watching different influencers and people who are sharing ideas and content, I would implore you to ask those sorts of people to make sure that if you're going to spend all your time or spend money with these people learning from them, that they do share their results like this. And I'm talking about regulated brokerage results, because people can fake MetaTrader, they can do all sorts of nonsense, they can use prop firm payouts, which are just 1 month trading results, to try and skew your admiration for them. But I would encourage you to look for somebody who is showing you something comparable. I'm not the only one that shares brokerage results or shares, real trading results, but I don't see it very frequently. So I would encourage you, make sure you're only listening to people who do that. Don't waste your time following people who show lifestyle stuff, because there's a good chance that they didn't make that money from trading, that they made that money showing you that lifestyle from selling courses, which there's nothing wrong with selling stuff. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I sell things myself. But I think you should only be selling something if you can actually prove that you've got the results to sell something. That's my opinion, but just a thought. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. If you're someone who watches my channel and you're from outside of the US, I want to tell you quickly about our top broker partner here on the channel, Eightcap. Eightcap is regulated by ASIC and SCB, and through TradingView, you can actually trade directly with your Eightcap account. They also offer very competitive spreads and commissions. They have a wonderful support system and team, and you can trade anything from Forex pairs, commodities, indices, and even some select stocks. Check out Eightcap using the link down below in the description, and there are some special sign-up perks if you use that link down below again in the description. Thanks for watching.